Alright, welcome everyone to this part of the lesson. And the very first one we're going to be having here is Introduction to Web Development. It is a strong foundation every aspiring web developer must have. So let's move forward. The first thing is to meet the host of this program, which is the Queen of Web. My name is Abiba Aleilo, popularly known as the Queen of Web or Distinguished Mom. I'm a monocover, meaning I cover my face. I'm a Muslim who covers her face. I'm a full housewife and a mother of 4 beautiful princesses. I'm a web developer, a programmer. I'm both a learner and a teacher of programming. My team and I have successfully trained and certified over 2,000 students decoding skills, and we are still counting. Alright, so these are testimonials from our past students. This person, Precious Olani, said the business under review. Okay, Habiba Alilo, popularly known as Queen of Web, is a seasoned web designer and an astute teacher. My learning under her tutelage so far has been impactful and fun. No regrets. I would describe her service as value above money. Alright, so I recommend the service for you. So this person, Sadiq, as he said, Mrs. Habiba Alilo has been a very great teacher to many of us under her guidance, patience, that working, and a top-notch individual. If you come across any of our online courses, please try as much as possible to attend it, because all what she teaches us has impacted in our lives. Thanks so much, ma, for the wonderful work you're doing. God will reward your mother. Okay, so this person, Akin Babatunde, said, you made coding easy to understand. I'm so thankful that I had the privilege of being your student. You were simply the best teacher I've ever had. May Allah bless you and your household with success, health, happiness, patience, and strength. May all your dreams come true, and may you live the life that you have always dreamed of. May Allah bless you with victory in this life and eternal life too. Alright, I wish you the same. Alright, this person, Abib Musa, said, what can I say? A complete stranger. Though an awesome sister with whom I share same religious views with, yet she has had a huge impact in pushing out my zeal to learning code with her unique teaching style. She's gifted. Allah Mubarak. May Allah honor. So a lot of reviews. So this person said, if you check my page on Google My Business, you're going to see about 100 reviews or so. So this one said, Habiba Alilo, meaning the one who was sent away but did not freak. Whoever dares should face him. Is the queen of the web. Her lessons are simple and detailed. I can write an epistle about her, but I'm not feeling fine now. She's a professional in the coding niche, teacher and private. So we have a lot of reviews. So this is just to tell you that you have not made the wrong choice. You'll be handled by the right hand, and you're gonna love it that you register for this course. Alright, so let's proceed to Introduction to the Web Development. Okay, what do web developers do? In simple terms, they build and maintain websites. They build website from scratch, not all those editing or that happens on WordPress. We are talking of those who build HTML from its skeleton to become responsive websites. Alright, so web development could be a good profession for you if you like solving logical problems, if you like building useful things, and you like experimenting with new technologies. Web developers are in high demand. There is no doubt about that. Generally have a good work and life balance, because most of them can work remotely from home, and even if they have to go to work, there is limited time they spend at work, and they have time for vacations and all of that. So, and command comfortable salaries. Yes, so salaries, let's just put that aside. You can Google your specific location to get a better sense of your local web development job opportunities. So you can just try and Google at how much do web developers in Africa paid or something. So you can try to get ideas of their salaries. So types of web developers. We have 3 types of web developers. The front-end developers, they deal with the stuff you see on the website in your browser. So all those, I love the template of this website, I love the design, I love that. So that is what front-end deals with. So they did it at the back, and that is what you'll be seeing. So including the presentation of content and user interface elements like the navigation bar, right? Front-end developers use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So they use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and their relevant frameworks. There are frameworks like React.js, Next.js, so different frameworks like that to ensure that content is presented effectively and that users have an excellent experience. All right. So the back-end developers, they refers to the guts of the application, so which live on the server. The back-end stores and serves program data to ensure that the front end has what it needs. So it is the work of the back end that makes sure the front end has everything you need. So let me say you input your data and you input your data and immediately okay, let's say you get a website, you fill in your data like your email and all of that, and immediately you have a message in your email. So these are things that happen in the back end. All right, so that you don't know how it happens. So this process can become very complicated when a website has millions of users. Yes, when there are too many users on a website. So we like websites like Facebook, Instagram, many of us will just be complaining. We just drop our reviews on these apps that they are not functioning very well. They have millions of users, so it is not easy to maintain the back end. So back-end developers use programming languages like Java, Python, and Ruby to work with data. All right. So the third type of web developers are full stack developers. They are comfortable working with both the front and the back ends, so they deal with the two. All right. So, but at the Queen of Web Academy, we currently have courses on front end development, and other courses will be created as time goes on, inshallah. For the purpose of this empowerment that you joined, you would be taught HTML course all for free, everything in HTML, inshallah. Then you'll be also be taught CSS course, but for a token, and JavaScript course also for a token. May Almighty Allah see us through and make it beneficial knowledge to us. Amen. All right. So let's talk about types of career. Now that you have learned about different types of web developer, let's talk about the career. You can work with any of these clients or and the employers. The first one I'll be talking about are large tech companies like Google, Meta, Amazon, and so on. All these WooCommerce, they are tech companies. So though it might be difficult to get a job there, their requirements are on the high side, but if you are determined that you're gonna work there, be easy like you're going to make it there. So it's one of my dreams as well. So inshallah you're going to make it up to that place. So they are large techs, and the way they pay, the way their employees' lifestyle are very flexible. They have time for both the career and their normal life. So it balances between the two. They have time for vacation. They enjoy their life. They don't see their work as a burden because they have enough time to rest. All right. So the second part of career you can choose as a web developer is freelancing. You can work on freelancing sites as a freelancer, such as Upwork, Fiverr, etc. All right. So we have web consultancy. You can also work with web consultancy as a consultant. So we have some consultancy already that they deals with developing of website, building house and all of that. So they have people working for them. So those people creating, they are consultants. All right. So another one is large older companies. So there are some old companies. They have been in existence for long. They have the money and they can employ anyone, no matter your requirements. So there are old companies like oil companies, telecommunication companies, Islamic banks, etc. So all these are employers that you can work with or clients you can work with. So let's motivate ourselves before we even start. You see, learning to code is incredibly rewarding, fine, but can also be difficult and frustrating. That is not the truth. Like any skill worth knowing, it takes time to acquire, and it can't be learned in a weekend or even a month. For those of us that think, okay, I'll be doing it on a part-time basis, it doesn't work that way. So with that said, we believe anyone can learn how to program as long as they are willing to put in the time and effort. The strongest assets you have as a student are a desire to build. So that is the strongest asset. In fact, if you don't have a dime, you can learn web development. But you can learn programming generally because we have a lot of, but you need to have that desire to build. If not, you will get pissed off along the line. You won't be able to follow your courses again because you are distracted by a lot of things. Don't worry, we're going to talk about distractions later. So you need to have, so the greatest asset you need is a desire to build. You also need a problem-solving mind because it is highly frustrating. You may want to achieve something and it keeps getting complicated. So you need to have a problem-solving mind and persistence in the face of setbacks. So when you're facing setbacks, you need to be persistent. Have the belief that I'm gonna achieve this. The web development industry has a long history of successful developers with varying backgrounds. So people tend to care more about what you have actually built than how you got there. So most employers are after what you have built. What are the projects you've been able to lay your hands on? So that's what most employers are after. No one is interested in your background. They are not interested on how you got there. Did you pay $10,000 to learn? Did you pay $10,000 to learn web development? Did you learn it for free? Did you learn it on your own through YouTube videos or something? Employers are not interested. What they are interested in is how many projects have you been able to build. So, and inshallah, in this course, you're going to be building a lot of projects. We'll be giving a lot of assignments, a lot of assessments to start with. So, before we start the practical, we're going to be talking about the things that will help you succeed in your goal of learning to code and the pitfalls that you should try to avoid. So, let's talk about the growth mindset. Your mindset is very important when teaching yourself any new skills, not just programming. Your mindset will have more of an impact on your chances of success than just about anything else. So most of the impact on your success will come from your mindset. If you believe you can do it, then you'll be able to do it. But if you have believed before you even start at all, you have seen that, coding, I can never get it, then so be it, right? So someone with the fixed mindset believes if they don't get something on their first attempt, they never will. They believe that they simply aren't smart enough to be able to do or understand some things. Some people are just like that. Once they try to open a door and it doesn't open, so they believe, no, it's dead, it is locked, I can't open it. They can't try more, like, or is something at the back, is there something behind it that is stopping it from opening? Is there something stopping it? So some people, they give up from after first attempt. They don't try the second time or the third time. However, there is a wide body of research showing that intelligence is not fixed. It is not fixed, but can instead be developed. Should you develop your intelligence? Someone with a growth mindset believes they can get better at anything with effort and persistence. And that is how you can be unique in your own little way. You want to be different in your community, you want to be a special child in your family, then you need to do something that is very tasking, something that is not common, something that is highly challenging, that most people, sometimes highly challenging, that most people do not want to try. Alright, so what does this mean for you? It means you can learn new skills and develop new talent with persistence and grit. When you find yourself questioning your abilities, reflect on the successes you have already achieved while learning to program. So it will appear to you at times that you think, can I cope with this? Am I able, can I be able to attain success in this programming career? Just try to remember, reflect on the successes you have already achieved while learning to program. Remember all those little projects you've been able to complete, even even though you didn't know them before, but later on you were able to do it. So what are the successes you need to reflect on? The project you have completed and the concept you once didn't understand but now do. So this is all the proof you need that you can do it. So far you can remember that there are many things, numerous things that you were not able to do before, but now you can do them. This alone is enough as a proof to tell you that you can achieve anything. Teaching what you know to others is also a great way to solidify what you have learned, and can often reveal holes in your knowledge that you wouldn't have identified otherwise. So you can practice this method of learning by helping others in our submission group. So when you teach others the way I'm doing, you get better compared to when you just learn it and keep it somewhere, you don't practice, you don't explain to others. And during teaching, you get to know your own pitfalls too. You get to know your holes. You get to know, oh, I didn't get this right. So you get some of your mistakes when you are teaching others. All right. So, and to practice this teaching of a thing, it's better you start from your learning group. So like our submission group, you can start assisting others there. Someone didn't get it right, come to help. Oh, you can try this, you can try that. Okay, so what to do when you are stuck? You will inevitably get stuck at some point while learning. It is normal, especially in programming. You're gonna get stuck in many ways. Even the senior developers, they still get stuck somehow, but most of them, they solve their problems on their own. Perhaps you're gonna get stuck perhaps due to a concept that you are having difficulty understanding, or perhaps due to something not working correctly in a project. Whatever it is, use the following tools to get unstuck. So these are ways you can help yourself. Google it. You can be a certain someone else out there. You can. Oh, I think there's a mistake here. I'm going to correct that. So one thing that is very sure that it is, you can be certain that there is no new thing you want to try now that someone else has not tried. So someone else out there has encountered the same problem at the same point as you are now. So a quick Google search can often lead to a solution in no time. So believe me, do you want to create an MP3 app and you get stuck somewhere? Just Google it. That how do I program this? How do I program an array? How do I do this? And you're gonna get a lot of explanations. All right. So another way, after you have Googled it, maybe you still don't get it. Try to take a break. Try to take a break. Allow your diffuse learning state to work on the problem. So diffuse learning state is, when you are still learning, that is not diffuse. But after you leave your learning, maybe you are busy with some house chores, you are doing your dishing, you are doing cooking or something. This kind of something will start coming to your brain like, wow, I think if I want to do this, I can solve it this way, I can solve it that way. That is diffuse learning state. It works when you give yourself a break, when you get stuck. All right. Ask for help in our submission group. Come prepared with your research. That is very important. When you want to ask for help, make sure you come prepared with your research. People will be more willing to help you when they can see you have already put effort into trying to figure out the solution on your own. So it's a bad habit when you're learning programming and any little mistake, maybe from your own spelling errors, the next thing is you go to your tutor's DM or you put a call to your tutor. I was doing the table, it did not show. I was putting the picture, it did not show. Meanwhile, you have just mistake spelling errors. All these things, you should be able to sort them out on your own. So part of attribute of a good programmer is to be able to fix some problems. You must have a high problem solving ability. So you shouldn't just any little thing you have started looking for someone to help you. No. So, and please, I will be using this hand to remind us that no one should please send direct message to any of the admins, because we deal with, for each set, we normally deal with over 1,000 students for each set. So imagine 1,000 students coming to our DMs. So ask questions they can easily ask in the submission groups that even their colleagues can help them with. So it's going to be frustrating, it's going to be exhausting on us. So please always use the submission group, no message in the admin's DM. Alright, so let's talk about the pitfalls to avoid. The very first one is procrastination. If you want to be a good programmer, don't procrastinate. At least dedicate a particular hour every day for learning programming. Even if it is just an hour or 30 minutes out of the 24 hours you have in a day, it is good, but don't just procrastinate. Do something every day. Alright, the next one is not taking breaks. Try to always take breaks when it is needed. Though I know it is very exciting when you are achieving something, when you are seeing some projects you're able to code out like wow. So that's because I wrote this, it came out this way. You'll be very excited, and that's where you may keep want to start new one, learn more, yes, but you need to take a break so that you won't get stuck. Alright, so let's talk about digital distractions with like social media. So when it's time for you to learn, it is always advisable you put your phone at aeroplane mode, so that you can put it at airplane mode so that you won't get distracted with social media messages. You can easily get carried away with social media these days, especially that Facebook and Instagram. Or okay, it's not even only Facebook and Instagram, TikTok too. So there are many of them, even Twitter. So little discussion from that to another one from before you know it, 3 hours, 4 hours have already gone. So physical distraction too. When we're talking about the physical distraction, we're talking about, let's say, a TV. Maybe you are playing TV in your home. Some people are discussing. So when you want to learn, it is better you find a quiet place to start your learning. Try to do away with all distractions as possible. Alright, comparing yourself to others too is a pitfall you just need to avoid. All you need is to compare yourself with yourself. Compare your today with your yesterday. So is your today better than your yesterday? Is this year better than last year for you? That is all you need. Alright, so conclusion now. I hope you have gained a better idea of what a web developer actually does and what your life might look like if you decided to take it on as a career. I can't wait to get a job in a tech company. That has been my dream, and I'm still working on it, inshallah. So I'm taking my time to build more projects, to build more profile, so that I can meet up with all these big companies. Also, you have learned that learning any new skill is a journey full of speed bumps and obstacles to overcome. You just need to overcome them. We hope that the principles laid out in this presentation will put you in a much better position to succeed and get the most out of your success. Alright, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you. After this, we're going to start with the practical properly. Alright, bye.